No one on that sunny afternoon knew a single cruel joke would explode into the most shocking scene the city had seen in years. A biker's boot would collide with a German shepherd's chest. A little girl would scream. And a retired canine hero would rise from the ground not to attack but to show the world what true discipline looks like. And by the time it was over, the man who mocked him would end up on the ground, begging for mercy. I share news stories here every day and would really appreciate it if you hit subscribe and liked my video. Now let's jump back into my story. I'm sure you'll love it if you keep listening till the end and tell me from which part of the world you are watching. This story, I am interested to know how far away this story travel. It was a perfect spring afternoon. Lily, a young girl in a wheelchair, rolled forward slowly while Rex, her father's retired canine partner, walked loyally beside her. To strangers, he looked like a normal dog. But to Lily, Rex was the last piece of her father she still had to protect her, who never left her side. They waited outside a cafe where her mother was buying drinks. Lily giggled, scratching behind Rex's ears. "You're the best boy," she whispered. Rex's tail wagged gently. Then came the rumble. 5 bikers rolled in, loud, laughing, and careless. Their engines drowned the peace, and Rex instantly shifted into alert mode. One of the bikers, Duke, a tall man with a cruel smile, noticed the dog watching them. "Well, look at that," Duke said mockingly. "A big guard dog babysitting a princess." The men laughed, circling like vultures. Lily shrank back, her hands tightening on her wheelchair. Rex didn't move, didn't bark, he just stared, protective, calculating. Duke stepped closer, boots studding against the pavement. "Relax, sweetheart," he sneered at Lily. "We're just admiring your dog." But his tone dripped with something darker. Rex growled low, controlled, a warning from deep within his chest. "He's got attitude," Duke taunted. His friends chuckled, filming on their phones. A couple nearby whispered nervously. Lily's voice trembled. "Please stop. You're scaring him?" Duke smirked, crouching to Rex's eye level. "Come on, tough guy. Going to protect your princess?" Rex's lips curled slightly. His instinct was sharp. His restraint was sharper than it happened. Duke lifted his heavy boot and kicked Rex brutally in the chest. The sound was sickening. Rex stumbled and hit the ground with a painful yelp. Lily screamed, her voice cracking with fear. "Stop it!" The entire street froze. For a moment, Rex stayed down. Dazedly, then he rose. Slowly, steadily, his breathing heavy but eyes locked with fierce focus. He wasn't afraid. He was assessing a threat. Former canine officer Mark Jensen sprang from a cafe table, instantly recognizing the disciplined stance. "That's not a regular dog," he muttered. Rex stood tall, chest rising, eyes burning not with rage, but with trained control. Duke laughed harshly. "See, all bark, no bite." But the crowd could feel something shift. Phones lifted. People stopped breathing. Even Duke's friends stepped back uneasily. Mark stepped forward. "Walk away," he warned. "This dog isn't reacting out of emotion. He's following protocol." But Duke's pride was louder than his sense. "Oh yeah," he snarled. "Let's see what your hero can really do." He lunged foolishly toward Lily. Rex reacted like lightning in a perfectly executed canine maneuver. He grabbed Duke's sleeve, twisted, and took him to the ground without breaking skin. People gasped. Someone shouted, "He's trained. Look, he's not even hurting him." At Mark's command, "Rex, out." The shepherd released instantly and returned to Lily's side. Flawless, controlled, professional. And then, from a distance, sirens began to scream. Part 1 ends here. Asterisk sirens grew louder as the crowd parted. Cell phones still raised, capturing every second of the biker who thought he was tough now, sitting on the pavement, breathless and humiliated. Two patrol cars screeched to a stop outside the cafe. An officer stepped out, scanning the tense scene. Duke tried to stand tall. "That mutt attacked me for no reason," he snapped. Before anyone could respond, three people spoke at once. He kicked the dog first. He scared the little girl. "I got the whole thing on video." An officer turned to Mark, noticing his calm posture. "Sir, do you know what happened?" Mark held out his retired K9 badge. "The dog is Rex. He's a former service dog trained to protect this child. That man assaulted him." The officers exchanged a quick glance. When they reviewed the video, their faces hardened. The moment Duke's boot connected with Rex's chest filled the screen. Then the perfect K9 takedown. Then the release on command. "Turn around," the officer ordered. Duke stiffened. "Wait, hold on," but the cuffs clicked shut behind him. "You're under arrest for animal cruelty, assault, and endangering a child." Cheers erupted from the crowd. Lily hugged Rex tightly. "You're my hero," she whispered into his fur. Rex licked her hand gently, calm as ever. By evening, the entire city had seen the video. Biker kicks dog instantly regrets it. News channels played slow motion. Clips of Rex's takedown. Dog trainers praised his restraint. Parents shared the story. Police officers reposted it with pride. At home, Lily watched the news replay with a wide smile. Rex rested his head on her lap, unaware of the fame growing around him. "Mom," she whispered, "Rex is a hero." Again, her mother kissed her forehead. He always was. Meanwhile, in a holding cell, Duke stared at the same footage, his own cruelty looping back at him from every angle. At first, he felt anger, then shame. Watching the moment Rex released him on command, never hurting him cut deeper than any punishment. What kind of man picks on a kid and a hero dog? He muttered, for the first time in years, he didn't like who he saw. 2 weeks later, life slowly returned to normal. Lily spent her afternoons at the park, throwing leaves for Rex to chase. Mark often joined them, keeping a watchful yet relaxed eye on the pair. Then, one afternoon, the low rumble of a motorcycle rolled into the park. Mark stiffened. Rex rose instantly, alert but calm. The bike stopped. The rider removed his helmet. It was Duke. Whispers rippled through the park. Mark stepped forward, defensive, but Duke raised both hands. "I'm not here to cause trouble. I just need to say something." He walked closer, slow and careful. Rex watched every step, tail still. "I was wrong," Duke said, voice low and raw. "I watched that video 100 times. Every time I hated myself more. I hurt a hero dog. And I scared a little girl." His voice cracked. I came to say, I'm sorry." Silence hung heavy. Then Lily rolled her wheelchair closer. Rex beside her like a shadow. "Rex already forgave you," she said softly. "He only fights bad people." Duke blinked rapidly, swallowing emotion. "I don't deserve that." Rex stepped forward, sniffed Duke's hand. Then nudged it gently. Not a growl. Not a bark. Forgiveness. Mark smiled. "Looks like he agrees." Duke let out a shaky breath and wiped his eyes. "Thank you," he whispered to Rex. "And to you, kid." They all sat down on a nearby bench as Rex trotted through the fallen leaves. Lily giggled as he bounded around her, tail wagging proudly. Duke watched quietly. "I used to think strength was about fear," he said. "But that dog showed me strength is loyalty, control, love." Mark nodded. "Sometimes a dog teaches us more about being human than people ever do." As the sun dipped behind the trees, Lily scratched Rex's ears. "Daddy always said he was a hero," she whispered. Rex looked up at her with warm, loyal eyes that had seen danger, loyalty, and forgiveness. Mark smiled softly. He still is. And in the golden glow of sunset, Rex the retired canine walked proudly beside the little girl he had sworn to protect, proving that true heroes don't need badges. Some walk on 4 legs. Thanks for watching. Till end, please like and subscribe my channel. I will be very thankful to you.